When we think of someone powerful, we often picture millions of dollars, luxury, and a sky-high salary. Now think of the Pope, the spiritual leader of over 1 billion people, head of state of the Vatican, one of the most influential voices on the planet. But did you know that Pope Francis never received a salary? That's right, not a single penny. And the reason behind this goes far beyond religion. It may surprise you, and maybe even make you rethink what truly matters. Being Pope isn't just a title, it's a tremendous responsibility. Leading millions of faithful around the world, making decisions that influence nations, religions, even global politics. But when Pope Francis was asked how much he earned per month, his answer was unexpected and even a bit humorous. In the 2023 documentary Amen Questions to the Pope, he answered with a smile, "When I need money to buy shoes or something like that, I ask. I don't have a salary, but I don't worry about it because I know I'll be fed for free." Just like that. But the reason goes deeper than simplicity. Francis was part of the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, a religious order that requires its members to take a vow of poverty. That means that from a young age, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, his birth name, made a radical commitment to give up material possessions, personal income, and any form of wealth. And when he became Pope, he kept that lifestyle, not out of obligation but out of conviction. Of course, his basic needs were covered by the Vatican. Food, housing, clothing, transportation, everything was provided. But even with all those privileges available, Francis chose to live modestly. He refused the luxurious papal apartment in the Apostolic Palace and instead moved into Casa Santa Marta, a much simpler residence within the Vatican. And for transportation? No fancy limousines. He preferred basic, discreet vehicles, sometimes even economy cars. This was all part of his worldview. For Francis, being Pope wasn't about power, it was about service. He became a symbol of a more human, more accessible church. A church that looked the poor in the eye, that embraced the forgotten. A Pope who washed the feet of prisoners, who visited slums, who walked among crowds without fear. Historically, popes haven't received a fixed salary. But the difference is that many in the past lived surrounded by luxury, even if not officially paid. Francis broke that mold. He proved that even the highest office in the church could be lived with simplicity. The only recent exception was Pope Benedict XVI. After his resignation in 2013, he received a symbolic pension of €2,500 per month as Pope Emeritus. But this didn't apply to popes still in office. Francis made sure to stay true to his principles until the very end. He owned nothing. No credit cards, no personal bank accounts, no investments. And more than anything, he believed that actions speak louder than words. His decision not to accept a salary wasn't a tactic. It was a living testimony of faith, humility, and detachment. And now, with his passing, the world wonders, who will carry on that legacy? Because Francis didn't just leave behind an empty chair at the Vatican. He left behind a message, a living idea, that the true worth of a person isn't found in what they earn, but in what they give to the world. Have you ever stopped to think about that? In a time when so many people are chasing more, Francis taught us how to live with less, and even so, he became one of the most respected, listened to, and admired men in the world. What does that say about our society? And more importantly, what does it say about us? If this story touched you, share it with someone who also believes in the power of humility. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Here we tell real stories that inspire, inform, and move people. And now click on the video appearing on your screen and keep walking this journey with us, because stories like this should never go unheard.